Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. Today, I want to talk about intuition. Let me make sure I'm on here. Yep. Okay, we are walking around with every possible tool to make really good decisions about our life. I mean, optimal decisions. One of them is called intuition. Intuition is part of your physical and, of course, your spiritual energy, which is all one thing. But it's infused. There's some density involved in the human body. Now, this is where we get confused. Instead of going with our intuition, most of the time we're going with what society says we should be doing, worrying about if we're going to get approval or not, working jobs that we don't love, living lives that we're told is what we're supposed to be doing, but just doesn't work at all, right? It's not. I mean, how many people do you know go, oh, yes, oh, I've always been encouraged to do what I love, and I pursued that, and then, oh, there were twists and turns along the way, but it was a beautiful experience, and oh, I love what I do every day, and I spend time with my family and friends, and oh, I'm abundant. No! We're going, oh, God, tomorrow's Monday. When is this going to end? Oh, 30 years. Yeah, 30 years, and then I can retire, and then the economy tanks again, and you go, oh my God, I lost my portfolio, and people lose their homes and all this other crap. That is the world we don't have to live in anymore. You don't have to claim that world anymore. Why did we get ourselves in that world? Because there was a system that said, here are the higher ups who want these people to work for them, the serfs, and this is working out really great. And as soon as they have any power at all, we're not going to tell them about this power they have, then our little system collapses, and then they're not going to be out in the fields doing the crap work that we don't want to do. You know, we're in the carriage, waving at the, muddy people in the fields, the serfs. It worked that way. We were really super dense. We're not dense anymore. As dense. We're in the fourth dimension, so guess what we're going? Wait, we're all waking up going, that doesn't even make sense anymore. First of all, we all have equal power. And we all have our own gifts and our own individual experiences, which is beautiful. And we're done criticizing each other and judging all of that, saying, they're good and look at that, and they're not pretty, and they're overweight, and they're stupid, and what? That's you. That's you. So get rid of all the crap. It's time to get rid of the judgment about yourself and others, about this world, about being so afraid to step out of the box and telling people how things should be because you've been brought up that way and you've been told things and you're limiting yourself. You get to be whatever you want to be. And intuition is built into your system that's telling you constantly what you should and shouldn't do for your higher learning. Now, there is a little bit of a challenge that we have here, and that is that we confuse intuition and fear. My intuition told me that I need to stay in this job. It'll give me the approval from everybody around me, and that's my no, that's not your intuition. So this gets to be a big challenge when people say my intuition, my gut feeling. So my gut feeling for some things is I'm petrified. I'm petrified to do this. But if I really think about it, my intuition says, even if you don't get the results you want from this experience, you need to do this. And that's when you have to sit with and say, am I allowing fear to control me because I'm going to go into unknown turf and it might be uncomfortable and I'm afraid of failure, of what society calls failure or what I'm going to tell myself failure is? Am I really afraid of that? And it's safe for me to stay in this place? But then you stay in that place and you're going, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. There's got to be another solution. Then maybe at some point you try this other thing that you know you need to do. Maybe you ditch everything you've been doing, even if you're super successful. And people go, what are you doing? And you say, you know what? Anything I damn well please. Thank you. What are you doing? Right? Ask them what they're doing. Hey, if you're Nikola Tesla, I'll sit and listen to you all day. We're all here to help each other, but we're also here to allow each other their own experience. And it's not up to you to do that for somebody else. Start looking at yourself and asking yourself, what does your intuition tell you right now? So many of you are so afraid to talk about what you're really feeling and thinking because it's so out of the box. And the joke is, the majority of people are like you and nobody's saying anything. More and more are, but they're looked at as the minority of people that talk about alien visitations and our psychic abilities and our visions and just, and spirit guides and all these things that people experience, or some people who've experienced seeing other realms as children and could never talk about it. They're told it's not true. So many people walking around, I'd say probably everybody has some kind of a story or experience or something, and they haven't been able to talk about it. Or if they do, they're ostracized, so they shut up. And everybody's in the room sitting there with this information, and they don't want to share it because we're breaking past that veil. But your intuition tells you. My intuition is telling me I need to be doing something different. My intuition is telling me that there's a different life. I need to pursue it. And even if it is not acceptable or it's uncomfortable, I still need to do this. My intuition's always guiding me. That gut feeling. Somebody just wrote me and said that they tried my internet marketing it was like over a year ago, and quit. They never actually really tried it. And they said, their gut told them not to do it. And I said, well, then go with your gut. It's not going to be any different this time. It's not for everybody. I'm not here to have somebody just pay so that I can make a buck. I'm here to change lives for the people that want to use the tools. And if they don't, they need to find that place in their life that gets them to where they need to be. And it may not be internet marketing. That's just a tool for so many things you can do with your life. What is it you need to be pursuing right now? What is your intuition telling you? We have unbelievable, powerful tools that are guiding us constantly, and we don't. Have you ever noticed people, we talk about intuition like it's some thing over here that we always have. Yeah, my intuition, I knew it. My intuition told me not to do that. Even me, I've got some great opportunities right now, and my gut's telling me that it's not right. Something's not aligned right. And your intuition may be that you need to speak up and tell somebody, I'm not feeling good about this. And then that's an opportunity to correct an issue or to come to some real understanding of each other. It's a door opener to talk about these things and say, my intuition tells me or told me, blah, blah, blah. What is that? And let's make sure it's not fear. My intuition is telling me. And by the way, if your intuition is fear, then you're not ready to move forward into whatever it is you're supposed to be doing anyways. And that's okay. My intuition maybe is based on fear. Okay, then I still have fear. So my intuition is telling me I need to work on the fear that's stopping me from going to do the things that I really want to do, that are I'm self-limiting myself. What is that? I don't know what it is, but I'm going to tell you something right now. I want you to sit with yourself. If you're not feeling right about something, I want you to sit with yourself and say, okay, well, I know I'm feeling fear, I know I'm feeling worried, but what's my intuition telling me? Right now, what's my intuition saying? Bob or Sue or Barbara or Jane, you need to be making some changes. You need to pursue something else. Maybe you don't know what it is, but you know you have to make some changes. You know you can't stay where you are right now because the world is changing around you and people are speaking up. I say this frequently to people. I said, you know what? I never thought in a million years I could openly, in public, talk about some of the cray-cray stuff that I experience and believe. Never in a million years did I think that I could especially get on YouTube and tell literally hundreds of thousands of people what I really think and what I'm experiencing. I never thought that I would either have the guts to do it or would even want to or could even move past the fear, but there is no fear. Why? Because my opinion and what I believe and think is just as valuable as anybody else's. So there's no opinion out there. There's no thought, belief, or opinion out there that supersedes mine. We're all on an equal playing ground. So why would I care what somebody else says? Their opinion is no more valid than mine. My experience is just as valid as theirs. And if they don't want to believe it, they don't have to. That's not looking for validation anymore from the rest of the world that has been functioning in a very unhappy place, right? So if somebody's limiting you in what you want to talk about, you want to share these things. I tell people, I said, if you come to me and you say, hey, an alien was in my living room having a discussion with me last night, you know what I'd say. Tell me about it. This is awesome. Cool. How did that come about? Let's go over the whole thing. Maybe you need your own YouTube channel or write a book. And then I have my opinion about some other stuff that's going on there that I think is a load of crap. But that's my opinion. And it shouldn't affect yours. We are here to guide each other, but you're allowed to feel and think what you do, and that's good. Whatever you're at, whatever place you're at now, you may change. Like there's stuff that I never believed in a million years that just, like even last year, have opened up and keep opening my mind to stuff that I thought was insane before. Why? Because the veils are coming down, and I know there are no limits, and there's nothing that is out there that is off limits. So what is your intuition telling you? It's time for a change. I know there's something more for me. I need to go pursue some things. I need to stop listening to what other people are saying because they don't have all the answers either. Look at how they're living their lives. Really? Are you happy? Talk to the hand. Start listening to your intuition. Even if it is infiltrated with fear and you can't tell the difference, it's okay. Go into that place, and then finally you'll say, you know what? This isn't intuition anymore. This is just fear. This is fear, and it's stopping me from trying some things because I've been afraid that it's going to be different than what I've known. But I'm ready for that now. You've got to go after your joy. Go after your passion. What is it? You'll be shocked at how it can work out for you. Even if it's something that doesn't make a lot of money, you might be surprised at how that can turn around, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, people are willing to pay me for whatever it is your talent is, or your healing abilities, or your writing abilities, or whatever it is. You're going, wow, all of a sudden these people are stepping out, willing to pay me my value, what I'm worth, for what I'm giving them. It's a beautiful even exchange. I deserve that. And I'm willing to accept it now, and because I'm pursuing something that the world told me wouldn't work, and I'm passionate about it, it is working now. Why? Because you're opening up those gateways, and when something's not feeling right, you got to ask yourself why. Is it fear, or is the energy not lined up right? Just something not right. Maybe the people involved, or whatever it is. I have to take a good hard look and say, my intuition is powerful. We're supposed to be using it at all times. 100% of the time, you need to be paying attention to your intuition. No, you just don't walk in and quit your job tomorrow. But if your intuition tells you you need to do that, then you find out how you can do it. And say, I need to do this. I picture myself quitting that job. I can't do it anymore. Well, I'm going to make it a little easy on myself. I'll find a backup system or start to pursue something else in the meantime so that can happen. And then you'll be much better at that job because you know you're on your way out. You know that you have a plan and that you're working toward that exit strategy, towards something that you do love. And it's going to feel really good. And all of a sudden you're going to feel like you're in control because your intuition told you you have all the answers. So, don't worry too much about fear versus intuition. Look at it and ask yourself, is this a fear based on what I'm afraid may or may not happen in the future, or what somebody's going to think? That's fear. But my intuition tells me I have to move past that and start going after the life I love. It's time for you to do that. What is it? Imagine it, envision it, and start to take that action. You've got to take the action. It's part of the fun. It's going to challenge you. That's part of the fun. Because when you pull through it, you go, damn, I did it. I didn't quit. See it through. Do not quit on your journey. You cannot make a mistake. There will be forks in the road constantly, and you can always take new ones. When you find a better path, you go, oh, I thought this was good and it's good, but this is opening up for me. That's how the universe will work, because when you're expanding, it expands with you. Because you are it. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. You hold all the power. You are the power. Embrace it. Get excited. There's nothing you can't create. This is your reality to create. Namaste.